Rosie, you're so mean.
What?
Why would you do that?
What? Bailey?
Come on now.
What do you want?
I heard this from the old lady next door, but you went and took your really good-looking boyfriend home with you and showed Mom and Dad? Why did you never tell me about that? Jesus! If you're bringing your boyfriend over with you, then you should tell me too. I have to be there in order to see if he'll be a good fit for me or not.
That's the reason I didn't tell you crap.
What?
Listen, Bailey. I don't go out finding men I like and want to be in a relationship with just to bring them around you and have you take them. And by the way, you are not in the place to be texting me about anything at all right now.
Why not?
Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten about the fact that 4 years ago you stole my husband from me. You would never be able to forget that, right?
Yeah, I haven't forgotten about that.
And Mom has told you plenty of times now that you are not allowed around their house ever again. But each time she tells you that, you just show up more and more frequently with that stupid, emotionless smile on your face.
And what about that?
I have to go back to Mom and Dad's house often in order to find out if you've brought another man over to the house or not. If I can't go there anymore, I won't know who you're with.
Are you kidding me? All of the men you bring in are always so amazing.
But the thing is, all of those men deserve to be with me, a far more wonderful and attractive woman. And actually, all of the men you've brought home with you in the past have always fallen in love with me, right? I've always loved having those men fall for me like that, and it's become sort of an addiction now.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I've only ever had one man that you stole from me, and that was my previous husband.
What are you talking about?
There was the classroom president you were with in middle school, and the leader of that club you were in back in high school. And in college, you had that boyfriend who was a model, right? I liked him. Wait, all of those guys were never my boyfriends.
What?
I'm sure to those around us we looked like we were a thing because we'd always hang out with each other all the time. But the only reason I was ever around the class president in middle school all those times is because I was the vice president. And the reason I was always talking with the leader of that club in high school is because I was the manager for all his events. As for that model in college, he actually did end up asking me out, but at the time I was already dating the man I would one day call my husband, who is currently my ex. So I had to turn that model down.
What? Are you serious?
Well, at this point, all of that is history and doesn't really need to be brought up anymore. But what I know about you that needs to be talked about is all of those men you've stolen from other women. And the fact that you feel like it's a great thing that you've stolen so many men from, be it me or any other woman, is a huge problem. You need to grow up a little, Bailey.
What?
For some reason, I'm getting even more fired up now.
What?
Telling me that everyone else besides your ex had no close relationships to you at all makes me upset, actually. It makes me feel like you're trying to make me feel bad about everything I've done. So I'm going to make an announcement right now. That man that you're with right now, I'm going to steal him from you whether you like it or not. That'll show you.
Ugh.
By the way, whatever happened to my ex-husband that you stole from me? You know, the man you cried and begged for days and weeks who had been working for a very large company and had all the features you liked? What happened with him? Did you guys already break up?
Oh, right.
For some reason, the flame just went cold. After just 2 months, he and I broke up.
I see.
That's why I'm not even going to attempt to hold back as I go for your current boyfriend. Then let me say this. What? If you think you can take him, then give it your best shot.
Huh?
I'm going to tell him everything about you right now so that he knows what to expect. I'll let him know that you maliciously try and steal all of my men from me, even those that aren't in a relationship with me, and then move on to the next man that I'm around when you get bored with the previous.
Did you just say I'm maliciously doing this?
So you have a better way to describe yourself?
There's no way a beautiful, sexy woman like myself is malicious.
Well, whatever way you think of yourself, consider meeting him to be a very hard challenge. This previous time was probably his last for a while, and I'm not sure when the next time will be when he comes around to Mom and Dad's house. So it's better that you not even try going after him. Also, I'm going to show him all these texts you've sent me so he understands that this is serious.
Huh?
There is not going to even be a chance of you stealing him from me this time.
Huh?
Bye now.
Rosie, hello. How many months has it been since we last chatted? Well, anyway, I've gone and taken your boyfriend. Again. The fact that you haven't said anything to me about this yet means you never even noticed. By the way, your boyfriend George is frickin' awesome. I went to your apartment since I saw George going in there. All I had to do was knock on the door saying who I was, and he let me right inside. And right then and there, he and I got into it, and I got to have myself a little taste of what's to come. Thank you for that wonderful meal. And guess what? George is so far the most handsome-looking and high-spec man that I have seen. And I've recently been really thinking about settling down soon. Since he's the perfect man for me, I'm going to take him and get married. Sorry for stealing yet another one of your men.
What the hell? Did you tell me that you just stole my boyfriend and that you're going to marry him now? Bailey?
Oh, good morning, Rosie. Thank you so much for once again bringing me another high-spec man to take.
What are you talking about? Especially when there's no chance you've come across my boyfriend.
But right now, George and I just stopped at the courthouse and dropped off our marriage forms.
George?
That's right. We just made sure to get rid of that apartment you had always been staying at with him, and now he's moving in with me. After all, he's going to be my husband now.
Wait, who the hell is he?
He's my new husband.
That's not what I'm asking. Who the hell is George?
Like I've said, he's your now ex-boyfriend.
But my boyfriend goes by the name George, and he's not even in the US currently.
He's not?
What, did Mom never tell you anything about him? She told me you continued to barrage her with questions about him, and so she had to give you his name to get you to shut up. Oh, I get it now. You got the name George and George mixed up, I think.
Huh? Wait, but George, wasn't he living with you in that apartment I was just at?
Did you go out to Havensfield to get that apartment?
That's right.
Well, I moved out of that apartment a year ago, and I've never been back there.
Huh? You moved out of there?
Which means I haven't been living there for a year now.
Huh?
I'm going to assume that George guy moved into that apartment after I had moved away and is most likely American, right?
Where are you right now, Rosie?
Overseas.
Huh? You're overseas?
I'm back in George's hometown with his family. The reason that I was ever able to meet a guy like him in the first place is because he came to our state to do some business with one of his company's customers, and then had to go back home after a few months. So before he had to head back home, I told him that I'd be coming with him, and so I quit my job and flew out of the States with him. I just found myself a job here, actually, and so things are finally starting to calm down for me again.
What the heck? How dare you get a foreign boyfriend like that? You're so mean!
He and I just got married a month ago, so you can call him my husband now.
What? Does that mean a while back when you brought him over to Mom and Dad's house?
He came over to their house before needing to go back home and asked Mom and Dad for their approval in him marrying me.
Before he needed to go back home? So that really means...
That's right. Right now I'm texting you from our house that is not in the US.
Are you serious?
It's funny that you just thought you'd gotten the best of me again and even married him that quickly. Well, congrats for that.
What the hell? I only wanted him because I thought that he was yours. There's no reason for me to have gone through all this work to steal him now. Rosie! There's just some random people living in Mom and Dad's house right now. Where's Mom at? What? You went to that house again? I did. God. This last month has already been too much for me to handle. George ended up having another woman who he was engaged to at the time. And so that fiancé of his ended up making me pay for their wedding that had to be canceled and a settlement. Everything's been so hard for me, and to be honest, I have no more money. I came back to Mom and Dad's house with the hopes of getting Mom to help me pay for all of this. But as I walked up to the front door, there were random people living inside the house. If you want to know where Mom and Dad are, they are here with me. What? Mom and Dad are living with us in our house now. Huh? Do you mean, does that mean that Mom and Dad are overseas now too? That's right. They went and got all the paperwork done that they needed to do, got their visas to come and live here, went to a language school for 3 months, and then helped us buy a brand new property here. They started doing all of this once they both got fed up with you always causing issues for them, and so they've been preparing for this for over a year now. And finally, a month or so ago, everything worked out the way we had all planned, and they were both able to move out here. No frickin' way! You all just left me here in the US? How the hell could my own family do something like that to me? Listen here, Bailey. Ever since you stole my husband from me 5 years ago, this whole family has hated you. Mom, Dad, and myself. You were even told that you were being disowned, yet you continued to go to Mom and Dad for everything, acting like nothing had happened. Seriously, how many times would they have had to tell you you're not family to them anymore before you got the hint? I never said that was okay. Nobody said you had the right to say it was okay or not. What the hell, Rosie? I think that the three of us had been too kind to you after what you did. We told you that you were not a part of the family anymore, yet we continued to talk with you through text and such. The only reason we've really been continuing to talk with you is to try and prevent you from getting too crazy. Had we blocked you 5 years ago, we were afraid you might lash out and try to kill us. But by staying in contact with you, we seem to have only made things worse. Rosie! Today, Mom, Dad, and myself are going to the store to get new phones and new SIM cards for here. What? I thought I'd just let you know that before we get our new numbers. Hold on a sec. I got a divorce from George. There was no hope in trying to rely on him for money and things since he lost it all to his fiancée. I see. Most of our distant family is on the other side of the US now, and most of them won't even talk to me anymore. So, I would like to come with you. I don't want Mom or Dad to have to suffer through any more of your crap with you. You're saying I caused them to suffer? That's right, Bailey. What? That's the whole reason why I worked with them to get them to move here. We all want to be free from you now, so don't you dare get in our way. Rosie! I'm blocking you now. Bye forever. What happened with my little sister after that is pretty hard for me to know specifically since I blocked her. But luckily my mom was able to get in touch with that fiancé of George's that ended up being caught in Bailey's mayhem and has been talking with her ever since. From what she's told my mom, Bailey ended up going to work at a strip club for a few weeks to start making some money for the settlement. But in between working shifts there, she would go throughout the city collecting cans and bottles to get dimes back for at the local supermarket. However, she too wasn't able to get a hold of Bailey anymore after a while, most likely due to Bailey's phone breaking or her not being able to pay her phone bills. And only a month later, we got one last bit of information about her through a rumor, and it's not great. The last of her that was seen was of her getting into the back of a black van with 2 other men, and then it driving off to never be seen in the city again. But a week after that happened, some money came into the fiancé's account from Bailey to finish off paying her settlement, so she still has to be alive somewhere. I'm just glad that she paid off all that settlement and hopefully will not cause any more trouble for anyone now. As for my parents and I, we're all out living in a very lovely villa out in Spain now with my new husband. We ended up getting this place with the help of my parents as they were getting ready to move here, and so far it's fit the 4 of us in it comfortably.
Both my parents are going to some more classes again to improve their Spanish even more. And I was able to get myself a job working for an American company here in Spain, where I can use both my English and Spanish skills to work. Luckily, George never had to really talk or see my sister in person, because after showing him the text she had sent me a while back, along with the story about her stealing my ex-husband, George said he'd slap her across the face the moment she came near him. And based off how large my husband's arms are due to all the competitive bouldering he does, he'd probably end up killing her with one slap. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Andrea, hello.
Oh, hello, Vivi. It's rare for me to ever get any kind of text from you these days.
Well, I just have something I'd like to ask you is all.
Something you'd like to ask me? It's pretty rare of you to ask me of anything as well, Vivi. So, what could it be?
As it turns out, Michael will be having to go to work closer to the town you're living in after he took a job transfer for his company.
What? Is that right?
So, since he'll have to be working so close to you and your husband now, we're going to move in with the both of you. Please and thank you.
Huh? You're both moving in with us? What? Wait. This is only the first time that I'm hearing about this. When exactly are you both planning on moving out to our house? Please tell me this won't be for at least another month.
What? We're coming over there today.
Today?
The moving truck won't be getting there until tomorrow, but both Michael and I will be there in another 2 hours. Oh, and I'll be bringing along 4 of your grandchildren as well.
Wait a second, please. You can't be serious about all of that, right? And you already expect to be arriving at my house in another 2 hours to begin living here? I have had no time at all to get things ready for you two, so please give me more time.
But we got permission from your husband to move in today.
What? My husband said this was all okay?
Just 2 days ago, we called him asking if it'd be all right for both of us to move in with you guys. And his answer was, yeah, all right. That was his approval.
2 days ago? Even 2 days ago is way too soon for you guys to be telling us that you're moving in today.
Well, whether you think this is too quick of us or not, we've already started paying for our room there. You left Michael's room intact, right?
Yeah. Well, it still has all his old things in it.
Well then, for tonight we're both going to be staying in that old room of his. And if you started to work on getting a room ready for the kids, then I think it should be all right for them by the time we get there.
So this means there will be 6 more people moving into our house now? There was no warning at all about this, and yet you're already on your way here?
Your guys' house has 2 stories and 5 bedrooms in it, plus the detached garage with the attic, which can count as a 6th room. I don't think there will be any problems at all with that kind of space for us.
Come on now, Vivi. Would you let me have a word with my son first about this? I can give him a call right now to see what's going on here.
He's driving us to your place right now, so he can't pick up his phone.
Then would you please let me call you and put me on speaker so that he can hear me?
Nope. Now, in the next 2 hours, we'll be at your place and under your care then. Thank you, Andrea.
Excuse me, Vivi, what are all these cats doing here? There are 4 or 5 of them now? I can't tell because they all keep running around the place. What were you thinking opening up that cage the moment you opened the door to my house?
What? I thought I already told you about them just a second ago. We brought along our 4 children and my 5 cats. So please take good care of all of us.
I heard about you bringing the kids and everything, but you never said anything to me about 5 cats.
But Andrea, you guys already have a cat living here, right? It's that Munchkin cat named May, right? I'm sure your cat will be happy to have all these new friends in the house.
My cat has never ever lived in the same place as other cats, so I don't think she'll like all your cats here one bit. Having 5 new cats running all over her house now is going to put her into a panic, which is not good for a cat.
Now that I think about it, where is May at? My kids all want to go and find her so they can pet her.
She's in my room right now hiding so that she doesn't have to see any of you guys.
Hiding in your room?
The last time you guys all came over to my house, your kids and you all started to chase after May while she was freaking out. She almost had a heart attack.
We were all just wanting to play with her then.
You have 5 cats of your own, and you couldn't tell that May wanted nothing to do with any of you and was trying to hide?
Andrea, you are exaggerating now. Well, I guess this just means that you know a lot more about cats than I do, which means all 5 of my babies will be in very good hands with you taking care of them. So, Andrea, since Michael, myself, and our 4 kids all came over here to give you the luxury of living with us, you'll have to watch over my 5 cats and take care of all our chores for us, please.
Huh?
I can see that you have that cat tower for May in the living room, but that's not going to be enough for 5 more cats. So there'll need to be another one at least, right?
You hold it right there, Vivi.
I'll leave picking out a second cat tower to you, so please get everything in order for my cats.
I haven't even had a chance to fully voice my opinion.
But I told you before that your husband said it was fine for all of us to be here, right? He even told me that you'd be willing to take all my cats as well and care for them, so it was all right to bring them.
Huh?
Actually, where is your husband right now, Andrea?
He's on a business trip.
Oh, he is?
Jesus Christ, that man has really gone and done it now.
Andrea! Could you please get my cats some food to eat and hurry up with all of our breakfasts? Michael and all the kids will be leaving soon, so you need to get to work on breakfast now or they won't be able to eat anything.
Excuse me? I already told you all that you can have whatever food you'd like that we have, and that you can use anything in the kitchen that you need. So please make yourselves some breakfast to eat. I've already taken care of feeding May and myself this morning, so everything is up to you now.
Huh? You are a mother, and that's how you're going to act now? We already made a promise, even stating that you would be taking care of my cats and all the chores in this house, right? We only just started living together with you here, so would you please get your act together? Wait, is this you trying to mess with me or something now?
I never once said that I was all right with this decision.
But the owner of this house and its breadwinner said that it was fine for all of us to move in here with you guys.
Hey, I think that you are gravely mistaken about something here, Vivi. This house happens to belong to me.
What?
I understand that my husband has the problem of thinking he's the one running the show over there, with his pretty meaningless job and everything. But I am the one making 5 times the amount he is per year, and the one with my name on this house.
What? But Andrea, you're nothing more than a part-timer.
No, I am not. Right now I'm working as the executive director for a decently sized cosmetics company.
An executive director?
I am in my room right now with May, trying to get her to relax and not be as worried by all that noise downstairs. And I made sure to bring my laptop up here in order to get some work done from home today. However, I have no clue what my husband or Michael has been telling you. But it does not change the fact that the owner and breadwinner of this house is not okay with you all being here. That is my answer to your question of if it was all right for you guys to move in with us.
What the heck? Andrea, we've decided that we won't be leaving this house after all.
What?
You heard about how your husband came home from his business trip today, right? And since you're not coming out of the garage attic at all to come and see us, we talked with your husband and he decided that we will all be living in the house together while you stay out there. And then, after talking with him a little bit more just now, we decided it would be best if you became the owner of this house now.
Excuse me?
He was telling all of us to tell you that if you don't give him the house, he's going to divorce you. We all don't care that this house is all yours and that you're making the money. There are a bunch more of us than there is you, which means you've already lost to the whole family. Understood?
So that's how you all want to play this game? Well, if that's the way things are going to be, then so be it. I'm going back to my family house.
What? Your family house?
I'm sure you've all been told at least once by me that my parents' house is in the next town over. Right now, my 89-year-old father is living together with my younger brother and his wife. And my father happens to still be doing so well that he works twice a week at his age. I plan to go back there now with my little baby, where I know my brother and his wife will be happy to care for her instead of traumatize her. And until you all are out of my house, I think that my family will be happy to let me stay there and take care of me.
Wait, you can go ahead and leave this place all you want, but that's not going to make any one of us want to leave here, right? And actually, if you go ahead and do something like that, your husband is going to divorce you.
And about that divorce, I have the paperwork for it right here with me.
Huh?
And I'm sure you didn't know this, but Michael should be aware. 2 years ago, when you first started to come over to my house with Michael, I could tell that there was something severely wrong with your head, and the way you would treat Michael and I worried me a lot. But Michael is too weak of a man to do anything about your attitude, and my husband is too much of an idiot to realize what you do to this family. So I told Michael what I'd be doing in order to open his eyes a little.
Wait, what?
I'll tell you more of the details later. Goodbye now.
Andrea, what the heck? What's happening? Why is this happening?
I'm assuming that the documents relating to what will all happen next have arrived there?
That's right. Just a couple of days ago, Michael left me at this house after he gave me his divorce papers, and I was wondering what the hell had happened to him. But now I know he found out about what I'd been doing.
By the way, it was all too easy to see what you were doing behind his back. Every single time my husband would be around you, he would always want to talk with you and at times even flirt with you. And you would reciprocate to his advances, always flirting back with him, but with even more vigor than he was. I started to notice things had been going on around 5 months ago, but when I looked into you both, this whole relationship has been going on for 2 years now. And after you had come into my home and started to live with us, you would always wait for my husband to be home and use the time before my son got home to take your relationship to the next level.
You know about all of that as well?
I really wondered what it was about that 60-year-old man who was already married to me that got you going. But now I'm well aware of what you've been after with him. You've been wanting my large 5-bedroom house with the open yard and large garage. Correct?
What?
You'd been thinking from the start that this house was all his. And in your attempt to get me to leave that house, you moved in with not only my son and your kids, but those 5 cats after only having just warned me you'd be coming. And then you released your cats all over my house, asked me to take care of them and all the chores for you, and even started to tell me to give my house to my husband once you found out I'm the owner. Well, if you thought that was going to be enough to get me to give up the house and leave you all alone, you must have forgotten that I am also the breadwinner, and that I have control of the whole situation still.
So, you knew about my plan all along, then?
Now, since you've informed me that the document filled with all the papers that had been sent to you made it, let's talk about them.
What?
Vivi, I'm going to get a settlement from both you and my husband for having had that long affair.
Wait a second, I'm going to break up with your husband now. And you can also see Michael, right? If he really is going to divorce me, I'm going to have to pay him for all 4 of those kids in child support.
Well, those 4 are going with you, right? Michael said he no longer wants to have custody of them now. And considering what you've done to him, he doesn't need to take care of them anymore. In other words, that means you'll be keeping your kids, and he will not be paying child support to you.
No way!
Now, if you have anything else you'd like to say to me, you may talk with my lawyer about it, and he will tell me. And as for Michael, he's with his lawyer now, talking about how much he'll be able to get from you and his father in this divorce.
What? No, Andrea, I've already lost all ties to my family. I'm just a housewife right now, so there's no money in my accounts that anyone can have.
That's totally right. Well, luckily, Michael will be taking all 5 of your cats in the divorce, so you won't have to worry about feeding any of them.
I wasn't worried about the dang cats. Hell, me, please, Andrea.
Nope. Bye-bye now.
Andrea!
Had Michael's wife kept her mouth shut and never did anything with my husband in order to get the house from me, she probably could have once we'd passed away and given it to them. But because she didn't have the patience to sit around and wait her turn, things ended up going against her plans. After both my husband and I, and Michael and Vivi, had our divorces, Vivi and my ex ended up getting married because she still believed that he had money and would be able to pay off all their settlements. However, him having enough money to pay off that much was not true. And things only took a turn for the worse when Vivi was told by the city that she could not get married to her ex-father-in-law at that time. So in the end, those two decided to break things off and split up. My ex-husband ended up getting a demotion and a pay decrease after his manager and the company found out about what had happened with Vivi and I. And as for Vivi, she had to pay off both settlements by herself, and that put her into some major debt with the banks. There was also worry from the court about her 4 children, and it was decided that all 4 of them would need to be placed in a foster home. And the only way she could get them back is by proving she could make enough money to support them all. And so as of right now, she's working 3 different jobs all at the same time, looking as though she hasn't slept in months, trying to do everything she can to pay off that debt and get all 4 of her kids back.
Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.